All right, here we are again. Nathan Davis, Tip Top Home Inspectors, based out of Sewanee. Just had a little episode about clues, showed y'all some termite damage, and how I was able to eventually look to see what was going on. What led me to believe to look up in the joist and look further down inside. So now here's another, we're going to do another clue search. So in this particular instance, we're still in Woodstock. We're broadcasting live, by the way. I had come to one of the far walls in a basement, and I noticed some staining. So this house is obviously a flipper. I noticed some staining on the concrete block. Also, I noticed some little bit of repair work and some paint. So the staining and some of the fresh paint on the wall led me to check for moisture inside the concrete block. And I did it with this little doohickey right here. It's my moisture meter. That little black square, basically that's what you need to have the material on for it to see what moisture content's in there. So I basically took my moisture meter out and make sure whatever inspector you use, they have a moisture meter and that they don't check stuff just with lasers. Okay, so I took my moisture meter out. And here's the wall I was talking about with some new paint and some little bit of staining. I'm sure you can see some discoloration right there. And you can see actually kind of like a little wet streak, okay? And also you'll see these little holes that are drilled in the mortar joints of the concrete block. All right, so I'm sitting here looking at stuff, okay, maybe they painted over, they did some little repairs. The staining obviously looks like there's some sort of liquid that has ran down the wall. So I'm gonna pull out my moisture meter. And as you can see, hopefully you can see it's 0%. Now, I'm gonna put this bad boy right there on there, and now you see it's 93, 96, between that, well, it's 100% now. So I actually check like the surrounding materials, because sometimes when you put these on metal, it'll actually, metal always gives off kind of like a false positive. But let's say I'm gonna just go a little bit further to the right, and you got a little bit, shows a little bit moisture, and I'm gonna, 86% or whatever. Then I'm gonna come up here and bam, 59%. Okay, so all concrete blocks got a little bit of moisture in it. But when it hits 100%, you know it's full, okay? And again, I've decided to use my moisture meter because there were clues left behind. Now I've got to figure out where the moisture is coming from. And for one possibility is that since we're in a basement, it's below ground. Well, in this case, that's incorrect. We're actually not below ground. There's the other window it shows too, so it kind of slopes from there to there. So that wall where that moisture at is not below ground. So where in the world is the moisture coming from? So the next thing I'm looking at, where is it coming from? Could it be coming from some pipe? So I put my flashlight up and lo and behold, there's some pipes there, okay? But that pipe, I mean, you can even see some little mildew spots right there, you know, some mildewy stuff. So I'm looking at that pipe and there's no indication of any leaks, anything like that. So I'm still looking, I'm looking around. I can see there's been plenty of moisture damage right here, moisture stains up in here, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Look right there. Okay, now, I'm looking at that. At first, I think it's a sewer pipe, and it is a drainage pipe. But when I actually stopped what I was doing and went upstairs, and if you can see that pipe going vertically into the subfloor, guess what that is? That's actually the drainage pipe for your clothes washing machine. So I'm pretty doggone positive either this pipe right here is clogged up, or whoever with the previous owner was, they just didn't put that little pipe in there good enough, and it was overflowing constantly. And look what happened. You got all this wonderful, delicious mildew producing water damage. So again, followed the clues, found out what the deal was, informed the clients already. They're here. Just want to make sure. I'll recommend that this pipe is unclogged, and then also to make sure this is, not rotten or anything. So that was another edition. Follow the clues with Tip Top Home Inspectors, Nathan Davis. If you need any more information or you would like to have a home inspection, we're extremely thorough and we're very good at explaining things to homeowners and making them feel comfortable with the findings. You can give us a call at 770-324-6349. All right. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.